So you have your little, this is the monitor with there. So it's putting its light out there, and we have the Fresnel lens. Here's the rest of the box. And the Fresnel lens is collecting the light and trying to straighten it and projecting onto the wall. The thing is, there's this not enough light coming from this box. I mean, it's not a projector. It's okay if it falls. You can laugh. And I think it's going to. So yeah, that's the other thing. It was basically free to make. So this, you can actually use one of these things to actually get pretty good effects, as long as you don't need any sort of resolution. As long as you are changing random shapes, you have a really dark spot. But how many times do you have a really, really dark spot that you're, using for art or whatever you're doing? So,
can you show the lens?
yeah, the Fresnel lens?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see what I'm talking about.
This was from where did you get this?
This particular lens was one that I actually had lying around. I know it's strange, but you can get a lens, the really cheap magnifying lenses, you can get at like Staples and stuff, actually work better than this lens for this particular purpose. This thing's a little bit. Sorry. So. It's like a fun house. So that's the very simple Fresnel over the screen. The other one, and actually a huge step up in resolution and clarity, space, is this thing, an overhead projector with an LCD screen put over it. And this is actually from an old Dell laptop that I just took the screen off of. This particular projector is a bit small. It's a small one, so the screen actually doesn't fit all the way on it, but this is the one that we had, so this is the one that I use. And let's take a look. Oh, I'm going to be able to find the on switch. Yeah, I love my Volvo. That's the graphic that I had on this machine, so I used it. And as you can see, it looks much better. It's projected on a gross wall for projection. But you could actually use this to do something, watch a movie. Now, one of the things to beware, these marks right here, in there, that's where I was sloppy when I took the screen out, and I actually damaged the very, very, very delicate circuitry that's on the side of the screen. And I'll show you what that screen looks like. So the problem with this particular method is that I believe the light in this overhead is a halogen light, which means it's going to be a little bit yellow, just the color of light. And it looks really yellow there, but I think that that's mostly because the wall is colored. It's not. If we were to project onto that the movie screen, it would undoubtedly have a higher quality of light. And And so, last but not least, is this one. And this, sorry, but I've always wanted to play this game on the presentation. This one, as you can tell, is nice and big. The quality is, I mean, it's not projected on the screen like this, so it's not going to be quite as good, but I mean, it's very bright. The colors, considering what we're projecting on, the light isn't too, I mean, it's pretty good. And, you know, it's big. Focus is not too bad. I mean, we could make it better in focus. But this is, you know, this is a usable image, usable projector. And now, I want to tell you how I actually, I thought about using this projector for the presentation because it's good enough to do it, but the problem is that then I couldn't show you the insides of it, which are sort of the most important thing. So, talk about the types. So, this little graphic is basically what's inside here. And probably at the end of the slides, I'll actually crack it open so you guys can see what's going on there. But basically, we've got this really bright light going through our Fresnel lens, going through an LCD panel to our projection lens. And there's some extra circuitry, like I talked about the ballast and everything. That's actually not that complicated, so I just don't want to. It can get bogged down on it, and rather talk about this part. So this is your standard LCD panel, as you have on your laptop or see around the school. Certain panels are better than others just because of the way they're laid out. It makes it easier to either take them out without damaging them or mount them in a better way. And online, there's a very active community of DIY projector people who update lists of particular monitors that work better. At the end of my presentation, I have a list of places, but lumenlab.com is like one of the best. Their forum is kind of the gold standard for information like that. And pretty much, you take off the plastic shell and you're left with the screen and the circuit board. Here's the power plug, and this is actually a really nice one because of the way it's connected. There's some of them, the cabling is a little bit delicate, and you can tear it. But if you follow the list, you're probably going to be good to go. And this is a screenshot of it actually mounted in the box. Can't really see it so well, but you know. Mount the panel or the PC board on the bottom, and then make some sort of place to slide in your Fresnels and your lenses. And this is the light, which I'll show you. It's kind of big and cool.